Ladies and gentlemen, joining us tonight as a featured guest, a favorite of the MAC and our members and guests, a longtime head coach and a successful one in the Missouri Valley Conference, currently on the staff at Oklahoma State. The USBWA presented him with the Good Guy Award in 2019, and this year, by popular demand, he is back. Ladies and gentlemen, to share his unique perspective, to talk to me, which is a task unto itself, please welcome Barry Hinson. Yeah, you're already breaking your equipment, Coach. Barry Hinson, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think, man? Look at this.
It's pretty good. I'm old. I got notes now. I can't see. I can't hear you. May have to repeat the question twice. But no, in all honesty, it is, gosh, just good to be home.
Well, it's good to have you back. How was the trip over?
It was eventful, Tom. I left Oklahoma this morning at 3:30 a.m. They weren't even milking by the time I got up. And I forgot I've not flown commercial in 3 years, because we charter everywhere. Well, Cal has 2 charter planes, but we have 1. But we charter everywhere, and I haven't been on a Southwest Airlines flight in 3 years, and I forgot you're supposed to put in for your boarding pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's A, B, and C, and there's 60 in each one of those. I was C59.
How many C's are there?
No, there's only one more, and that's 60, and they were sick, and I went all the way to the back of the plane, right next to the bathroom, and the only sumo wrestler in the state of Oklahoma was sitting next to me.
How'd that go?
I fell asleep and my head rested upon his breast. It was actually to be quite frank, it was a comforting flight. Well, and when I left, I looked at him and I said,
it's good to see you well. Is Angie here? Is your wife here?
No, she, I asked her, I said, hey, I'm going to go to the Missouri Athletic Club, stay in the hotel, romantic night, take her to Pappy's, barbecue, maybe catch a Cardinals game, and you can hear me speak. I said, think about it. Let me know what you think. I asked her on Friday. She said she had scheduled a root canal for today.
I noticed when Mr. Boymer went up for the invocation, you handed him did you hand him a prayer?
A prayer request.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it was a prayer request for me. I just asked him, could you get her off my ass? And I said, you know, and we have a personal issue. I don't like to put my personal stuff out there, but I think she's having an affair with Jeff Bezos. Seriously, he sends her something every day, and they charge my credit card. I don't know, Tom.
Barry, not to change the subject, but you and I have known each other a long time. You want to tell people how we met?
Oh, yeah. This is great. Now, for those of you who don't know, here's the rule for the halftime guy. And when you are the coach with the most points, they interview you coming off the floor, and the guy that doesn't have the most points, they let you have what's called a cooling down period. Most of my interviews with Tom were coming out of the locker room back to the game. And he was always the most positive guy there was. He would say, Coach, your team scored 12 points in the first half, but you were 2 for 2 and 100% from the free throw line. And, you know, there just comes a point in time when you would really like to be honest with these guys instead of all that bullshit like, well, we got to guard better, we got to do this, get the ball inside, we're not rotating. It'd be like when we played Cal. We're at Kentucky. Come out of the locker room, we're only down 3. Tom would ask you, Coach, you're only down 3. What'd you tell the guys at halftime? Tom, this is what I told them. we've got no shot in hell to win this game. But guys, look on the bright spot. At the end of the game, Cracker Barrel's doing the post game. We got chicken fry, cream gravy, and peach cobbler. But we never got to do that. Because hell, I was going to do it in my last year when I knew I was going to retire before they fired my ass. That didn't work out real good.
Some great recipients here tonight. What do you know about the recipients here at this event this evening, Coach?
Well, let's do the ladies first. Aneesah scored 31 points in her first game. 31. Aneesah, for the record, me personally, I've signed recruits that did not score 31 points in an entire season. Consequently, that may have a lot to do with why I'm up here tonight. I met Elia at breakfast this morning. What a wonderful young lady. We got a chance to visit and talk. Elia, I just want to tell you this. I know at the end of the championship game, Candace Parker's doing that heart sign and all that stuff and telling you that she loves you. I have not once in my career, even at home games, no one has ever shouted that to me out of the crowd. Matter of fact, it's rather been obscene, to be honest, what they've shouted. But congratulations. What a wonderful, wonderful year. Jabari, where's Jabari? You're going to receive the Wayman Tisdale Award. I grew up with Wayman. And the one thing that you have that he had is an unbelievable smile, because his smile was intoxicating. He's one of the greatest people, human beings. I'm not talking about player, greatest human beings that I've ever been around. You would honor him tonight. Congratulations to you, young man. Where Oscar? Oscar? Stand up, Oscar. You just got to see this suit. Oscar, not only are you player of the year, but you are the best dressed guy that's ever been at this banquet. Let me just say this. Bishop T.D. Jakes would be proud of you, my man. And the other thing about Oscar, he caused a lot of nightmares in the Big 12, but the best thing about Oscar in the Big 12, when we would do our scout report, the assistant coaches that would do it, that would try to pronounce his name. Tshiebwe, I mean, it was unbelievable. And then you would get the public address announcers, and it was awesome. Only did until he got to Kentucky did they know how to pronounce it right. You guys do that phonetic spelling in Kentucky, that's why. Oscar, congratulations. Tommy Lloyd, where are you, Tommy? Tommy, I worked for Mr. Iba. When I went to Oklahoma State University, I couldn't afford to go to college, so I worked for the college work-study program, and I was assigned to Mr. Iba. And Tommy, I'd like to tell you that I saw your teams play a lot, but Tommy, when you're in the Midwest and you play in Arizona, I've already gone to bed and peed twice before you finish the game. But Tommy, let me say this. Mr. Iba would be proud of you. Congratulations, Coach of the Year.
Speaking of coaches, Coach, before we go, Porter Moser receiving the Good Guy Award. Do you have any good stories about him?
Well, first of all, one of the most unbelievable, I'm on film, right? You're filming this. I'm Barry Hinson from Oklahoma State University, and we do not like the Sooners. But tonight, I am here to tell you that Porter Moser is a good man. Tom, I won't have a job when I go home tomorrow, so I just don't go in. Porter did something that was really special to me, really hit home. Porter, when my father's a Southern Baptist minister, and he asked for Sister Jean to pray for him. And going into the Cleveland Clinic for a big-time surgery, and Porter had Sister Jean not only pray for him, but send a video. And then also when my son-in-law passed away, Sister Jean met me there in the tunnel before we went out on the game and had prayer with me because of this guy right here. All right, but I gotta tell you a funny story. So Porter gets a job at the University of Oklahoma. For years, we'd be in that back room right over there, Missouri Valley Conference Day, and for years, every time I'd leave here, I'd go back to Oklahoma for quail hunting. Big time. Where I'm from, southwest Oklahoma, big time quail hunting area. And Porter he heard me talk about it all the time. We got a job in Oklahoma. And he said, I'm tired of it. Tired of hearing you talk about quail hunting. I want to go quail hunting. I said, you got a gun? He said, yeah, I got a gun. I said, well, I'll set it up. So I drive down to Norman. Marlowe's about an hour from straight south of Norman. Got him there, and we're going to go out to Phil and Patty Fleetwood's. Lifetime friends. Patty and I went to school together. Phil's a little older. He's much like all of us men. He married younger and really succeeded at it. But Phil has a big Angus ranch, and he has this place that basically they raise quail, and I think they're behind the trees, and they just let quail out, you know, and then you go shoot them. But anyway, there's lots of quail. And I asked Porter, pack your gun, let's go, we'll pick you up, we're going to go quail hunting. And you can quail hunt anytime during the day. You don't want to quail hunt in the morning because bird dog can't get scent because of the moisture on the grass. City folk don't know that, so I'd explain that to Porter. We're going to go in the afternoon. So we get him. We go down there, and we get out to Phil and Patty's place and walk up in there, and I introduce him to Phil, which son pitched at Oklahoma State University. But Phil can't see real well without his glasses. And so I introduced Porter. I do not use his last name because this guy's a cowboy. And I just said, I brought my buddy here, Porter. We're going to do some quail hunting. Coach going out there and do a deal. And he said, can I visit with you privately? I said, yeah, feel free. Porter goes out to the truck. And he said, Barry, we got a problem. And I said, what is it, buddy? And he said, Othello. Othello is, she's really struggling. We got to put her down. And the boys and I and Patty, we just can't do it. Othello's the mule. And he said, I need you to put her down for me. I said, all right, I'll do it, Phil. He said, you put her down, I'll get the backhoe down there and we'll bury her later. So I'm walking out that door and I'm thinking, I could have some fun with this. So I walk out and I slam the door, get onto the truck, slam the truck door, and he said, good Lord, what's the matter? And he said, I tell you what, Porter. He asked me right there in front of me, he said, is that new boy they hired at OU? He said, you bringing up a Sooner in on my land? And I said, no. He said, you're lying. I can tell the way you're looking at me. And I said, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. And he said, we couldn't hunt today. What? He said, we couldn't hunt. So I got in the tree. The truck was an old 3 on the tree. Anybody remember those 3 on the tree? I'm 3ing on the wheel, and I'm turning and I'm throwing gravel, and he's spitting it out everywhere. And there's old fella right down there on the corner side of the acre. And I come to screeching hawk. Porter flying forward like this and everything. And I get it, I go, boom, boom, and that mule drops down. And I cannot wait to see the look on his face. And before I turn around, I see a guy with a Glock going boom, boom, boom. And 3 cows go down. I said, what the hell? He goes, I knew you was mad. So I took up for you.
Barry Hinson. Hey, Coach, appreciate you being here, and thank you for everything here tonight. We're going to have a great night.
Thank you, Tom.
Let's hear it for Barry Hinson.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Awesome.